Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thanks for joining me for another of our weekly Torah study sessions. We'll begin as we always do. Take the news, put it off to the side for a little bit. It will always be there for us later. I've got my kippot. I think today, which one do I want to wear? I'll wear this one. This is from a friend of mine's wedding. And I like keeping those kippot because it's a nice memory of spending time with them. Okay, so we got our Tanakh, and before we begin reading, we say our blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. Okay. So today, the portion we are reading is called Terumah. And where are we starting? There we go. Okay. Moses and the Israelites are at Mount Sinai. And here's what happens. Not a lot of context needed. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Tell the Israelite people to bring me gifts. You shall accept gifts for me from every person whose heart so moves. And these are the gifts that you shall accept from them: gold, silver, and copper, blue, purple, and crimson yarns, fine linen, goat's hair, tanned ram skins, dolphin skins, and acacia wood, oil for lighting, spices for the anointing oil, and the aromatic incense, lapis lazuli, and other stones for setting, for the ephod and for the breastplate. And let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them, exactly as I show you, the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all its furnishings. So shall you make it. They shall make an ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, and 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. Overlay it with pure gold, overlay it inside and out, and make upon it a gold molding round about. Cast 4 gold rings for it, to be attached to its 4 feet, 2 rings on one of its side walls and 2 on the other. Make poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold, then insert the poles into the rings on the side walls of the ark, for carrying. The poles shall remain in the rings of the ark, they shall not be removed from it. And deposit in the ark the tablets of the pact, which I will give you. I have never heard it called the tablet of the pact, but I believe that means the 10 Commandments. Interesting. I don't see any commentary about that. Whatever. Great. So that is the part of Torah that we're going to talk about today. The tabernacle, I'm sure, is something that you have heard about, where it is the thing that the Israelites bring with them in their wandering through the desert. It's where God dwells among them. It's where the 10 Commandments we just read are. Some traditions say it's also where the Torah is housed, but it's a very special place. It's the holiest part of the Israelite community before they actually get to the land of Israel and build the temple. So what I really like about it is it's built with variety. It isn't get a whole bunch of gold, get some wood, build it, put gold on it, you're done. It says gold, silver, copper. It says very specifically acacia wood. It says lazuli lapis. I'm definitely remembering how to say that wrong, but it's a very beautiful bluish stone if you want to look it up. It says goat hair, it says fine linen, all sorts of things is important to making this dwelling of God. And that's awesome, because I think that for our own lives, we all are aware of the benefit of having variety. Pizza, hamburgers, celery, soup might all be your favorite food, but if you only had one of them for the rest of your life, you wouldn't really be happy after a while. You would want some variety. There's a saying, variety is the spice of life. It makes things better, it makes things more enjoyable because you get to differentiate between things. And especially now, as we are stuck at home, mostly because of the pandemic, but also because it's cold and there are storms and snow. And again, because of the pandemic, nothing's open anyway, but winter is usually a difficult time as far as socializing and getting out and doing things goes. And so it's really important that whatever you use to build up yourself, to have a dwelling of your soul, of your spirit, of yourself, to have some variety, to have some things that are like gold, that are like lazuli lapis. I think I said that a different time, a different way, and it was still wrong. Whatever. You can have these really fancy things, but you can also have goat hair, and you can also have acacia wood, which are more plain stuff. Because on the one hand, having a really fancy, a really fancy dinner is really nice every so often, but sometimes it's nice to have a Pop-Tart. Maybe not a Pop-Tart for your whole dinner, but like, you know what I mean. It's nice to have really nice things, and it's nice to have simple things depending on your taste. It's also really important that this house, this dwelling for yourself, is portable, much like how the tabernacle is supposed to be portable, much like Torah in general is portable. Obviously, this Tanakh is very portable, but even a Torah scroll is portable. You have to be more careful with it, but you can move it. And, well, now we're kind of stuck at home more than we would want to. Generally, we live our lives mobile. We go different places. And so it's important that whatever you use to fill and make your dwelling place, it's movable with you, and it follows what you want to do, and you don't end up being tied down to it. You're making it, you got to make it for yourself. Whatever the variety is, whatever the foundation is, it's for you. Which also means you can change it. If you decide that you really, really like, when I was younger, I really liked pasta a whole lot. I had pasta a lot. And now I don't. I'm not really sure why. But it doesn't click with me the way that it used to. And that's fine. If I had pasta as often as I did when I was younger, I definitely would enjoy it. And now instead of having that, I can use those meals to eat things that I want more of. Or at least I can switch it up. So there's that. All right. So whatever your variety is, great. Definitely keep leaning into it and keep on checking it, making sure that it works for you, and hopefully it can carry you through the rest of this pandemic and back into whatever our new normal is. So now we've got the time for the Misha Berach, which is our prayer of healing while the Torah is out. If you know anyone who needs any kind of healing, now is the time to think of them. Maybe this is a good reminder to call them or to get in touch with them somehow. However you do that. Sorry, let me find it on my phone to play it. I'm sorry, by the way, that I wasn't here last week. My girlfriend fell on the ice, so be careful out there. And she broke her arm. And so I was home to take care of her, and so I wasn't able to do this. So that's who I'll be thinking about, because that process of healing takes a long time. Maybe you know someone who's physically injured. Maybe you know someone who, God forbid, has COVID-19. Maybe you know someone who's just feeling lonely and just needs some emotional support, whatever it is. Now is the time to think of that person. We got an ad. Here we go. Oh, another ad. Thanks for bearing with me. There we go. All right. So, thank you everyone for joining me once again. Always nice to spend some time with you. As a reminder, next week we have our Purim celebration on, I believe it is Thursday night. So, I hope that you're able to join us for that. Otherwise, Chag Purim, however you are celebrating. And if you have any questions about this portion or really anything else, feel free to shoot me an email at the Jewish Life email address. And I will see you next week. Shabbat Shalom.